Saw man. Are we good to go? Most certainly are. So anyway, yes, we actually have returned. Oh God, my face. We actually have returned. Actually, covered chapter 63 of Chainsaw Man, and as we know, 62 was, oh boy, Denji. He gone out of commission again for like what? Is this the 100th time at this point? Yes, he's actually gone out of commission, and yeah, I mean. At least we did actually kind of, at least we did actually kind of think to ourselves, what's going to happen with Tolkien? And actually, it came full circle. I was like, oh boy, there we go. And also a very pivotal moment because we still don't really know anything about Kishibe, Twenty, and also Makima as well. Who's actually at this point put more space into the work when it comes to who is Makima than we did actually have originally. So anyway, it's actually put on Twitter, actually gone live, to actually find out what happens next. So. Alright. Yep. Alright, so we're good to go? We most certainly are. So, let's get 63 over. Let's actually get 63 started. Actually, the way say the words correctly. Is it? Are we hitting the real shit? Is this real shit? We're not sleeping. We're not sleeping. But we hit real shit. I love how Denji gets out of commission every single damn arc at this point. Though I do maintain it's basically on purpose because originally, like the shonen protagonist used to die in every single arc as well. Like Ichigo used to kind of get out of commission quite often. So did Goku as well. Goku like famously kind of went out of commission a couple of times. So I guess the whole thing with Denji dying constantly makes sense because it's basically every single shonen protagonist at this point. So anyway, 63 trip to hell. You did it, Tolka. Master. You completed the job I assigned to you. You become a fully fledged devil hunter. Master, we can talk later. Let's hurry up and move him. Master? There's no need to move that body. You always followed my instructions diligently. There were times when I was hard on you, but it was all for your own good. I don't understand. You're a part of the family now, too. Tolka, I'll tell you the secret to making a sophisticated doll. Take the human you'll turn into a doll, and add emotions only humans have. Adoration, worship, pity, and a secret ingredient, guilt. Oh, shit! It's finished. The old partner windowsill trick! He fell for it! He fell for it, literally! Hook, line, and sinker, literally. God damn. Hey. What? Everyone's just falling out that window. That whole entire pane of glass is just like everyone getting thrown out of it. It's like what, 3 people at this point? Octopus. You guys next. Everyone's like, oh shit. We gotta do this now, don't we? We're doing this, aren't we? Aki's just like he's about to give up on life. Again, for like the 15th time. She's a monster. What is this future? What is this future? Bye-bye, Grandpa. I offer my heart and my beloved children. In exchange, Hell Devil, please call all living things in this department store to hell. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's happening. Oh my god, it's happening. It's dark. What's going on? What the hell is this? Literally hell. Huh? What? What in the... Even she uses the doll as a chair. Like, that level of energy that I require is what I want in life. Have a good trip, Tolka. Straight up the hand from Zelda. Just comes down, just yeets him out of the whole entire place. Oh, it's double page spread. Might as well fix that. There we go. And there we are. I guess that's hell. The doors. The doors were a crucial... yeah, oh yeah! The door. Denji's door as well. We actually might finally get the secret. I guess, as well, possibly. Yeah, so now we're actually probably going to get the secret to what the hell's going on there. But who would have thought that was an unlikely alliance going on here behind closed doors? Behind the pun. But there we are. Unlikely alliances that were formed this whole entire time. So this whole entire thing was one massive setup. Yeah, Master was a mastermind all along. It was a massive ruse. We're all on a ruse cruise. That's what we were on. The ruse cruise again. I was going to say that, but yeah, that was certainly something. By the way, yo, we're all in hell now. You know, hell looks kind of, you know, not very much like hell. This kind of looks like a lot of doors and some ground. So I guess possibly maybe there's something more going on here. It would be an interesting twist of the whole entire thing is that maybe hell is the place they're currently in, and this actually is the depiction of hell when it actually isn't. Who knows? That might be an interesting twist. Because it does look unorthodoxly not like hell, to be honest. Granted, then again, it could be. We know that this takes a biblical stance on the whole entire a lot of things. So possibly there might in theory be some, like, I guess biblical referencing to hell from like Christianity and stuff like that. Possibly, maybe. I don't know, because the whole thing with the hand is a bit telling of the whole entire thing as well. I was kind of wondering what the whole thing with the hand was. The severed hand, the ant's going to cross it, and then it being inside like something quite scenic. Because it kind of feels like it's saying something, if you get what I mean. And yeah, above all else, Porca Benny. that's the bottom of the whole entire chapter. Porca Benny. Now she's in hell. But yeah, I mean, Christ. So that was a yeah, that's the point. How the hell did they get out of hell? Literally. I mean, in other cases, they could just leave. They could just leave the whole entire thing, but they're in hell, and yeah, Master is just kind of just vibing out and like just sitting there doing nothing now. I guess the whole entire thing might. Who knows if this is the whole entire thing set up? Who knows that the mastermind in the end actually might be Makima as well? Because it's way too telling, for one, the doors to appear, two, for then the next subsequent chapters, if I work correctly, to actually deal with Makima trying to find out what might be going on with Denji, to actually then go into hell with a bunch of doors. I don't know. This all seems like an elaborate setup by someone more than the master we know currently. That's my assumption, at least. Yeah, the whole entire thing with trying to talk into a doll was interesting. I don't know, because yeah, that's what. I was about to say. Half of it does in theory seem like half of it does seem like what was going on with Denji, and still is to an extent, because theoretically speaking, half of that worship, he kind of does in theory worship her a lot, doesn't he? the whole adoration does in theory also make sense, because he actually does the adoration comes from the fact of him actually kind of getting the thing he wants in the end. So then he actually kind of has that. Then pity, I guess, does in theory also work. And then guilt, has guilt come into his whole entire thing so far? Has he ever felt guilty? I know he actually has felt guilty, but he's felt guilty from the extent of everyone else wanting him dead. So it felt, I guess, if that counts as guilt, I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of stretching beyond that. There might in theory be something going on there with again Makima. Possibly, yeah. That's the only thing I can actually. The guilt can only come from the guilt can come from Reze, but at the same time, I guess guilt can also come from the fact that hasn't he mentioned beforehand that him being there, people die as well. So I don't know whether or not the guilt, whether or not him kind of taking on the main character role, is kind of the guilt it's in of itself as well. Like in essence, the guilt comes from the overarching thing about, I guess, about Fujimoto actually kind of saying who is a protagonist of the whole entire manga. Like in essence, the guilt that one kind of has. I don't know. It might also be stretching towards Reze as well. I don't know. But it kind of does in theory make sense if the guilt does also come from like the overarching showing protagonist's actual kind of roles. You know something. Now that you mention it, they do look. Hold on a second. They do look awfully. They do have a in like long shots. Have a very similar complexion. Like in essence, you actually pop a picture of Makima and put up. Well, let's actually pick a picture of Makima. Let's get a picture of Makima up. Let's actually find Makima. Oh no! Right, let's have a look. Let's get Makima up. It's not gonna work, is it? I need to look at the picture. Right. For example. Okay. Right. They do remarkably look quite similar in certain ways. I always thought the eyes might have been the I thought maybe the eyes might have been the key to it, because she has more her eyes are more pronounced in a way, I guess, as well, because they're more they're less circular than Makima's are, and that I don't know. I was thinking possibly that her and Makima have a connection that we don't actually know just yet. But then again, if that has anything to do with the family aspect of it, probably not. I don't know. I guess that's kind of might be one of the keys, that we don't really know much about Martha just yet. But in certain long shots, there is a similar complexion, like very, very similar complexion. And again, a lot of what happened with Tolka, unless she's given up her soul. I guess that's the only kind of connection that the Hell Devil would want, really, the soul of the person. Yeah, just like there, very similar complexion, I guess, in a way. It's kind of oh, second, wrong page. God damn it, wrong page. Where is it? Where's she gone? There she is. Oh, you can't see it. There we go. It's kind of you can kind of I don't know. It's there are parallels now towards her and the Master, so I'm guessing it's one of those things of whether or not there actually is that other connection. We have the parallels between Tolka and Denji, her and Makima now. So there's the parallels there. So whether or not they do in theory kind of create that connection would actually either be the kind of key to finding out who Makima truly is, and actually then finding out what's going on here truly, because we don't really know. We don't know, because so what's the end goal for them sending them all to hell? Like literally, because we don't really know the purpose of why they're there just yet. They're kind of just been sent there. Because I maintain this is all done on purpose. Like this has to be this all has to be an elaborate setup. I don't necessarily think this was just off the whim kind of, oh yeah, by the way, have fun in hell, guys, kind of thing. There has to have been something else here that we don't know just yet. And I maintain the key is the doors from like way back when. The second is to why Makima truly wants Denji, and the third is now the master. Those three are the keys, basically. So, but then again, we don't really know why they're there, because unless this is actually to unlock Denji's power as well, there could in theory be that. Because don't get me wrong, there's also that whole entire idea that I guess they do in theory want to harness Denji as well. And we probably might in theory find out Pochita's down here as well. That might be also the kind of the key to finding out what's going on here. But yeah, it's a very kind of like oh shit kind of chapter, because it does open up a lot about certain things to what this manga is actually trying to say, and especially by the actual idea that now we're kind of oh yeah, why is there a bathtub in hell? Just it's just there. Why does you know something? Hold a second. I just realised something. I might be wrong here. Yeah, man, chainsaw man. Let's have a look. The flowers. The flowers look very similar to ones that Himeno are wearing. Not wearing, but has in the one where she dies. Whether or not that actually might in theory be a clue as well to what might actually be going on here. I mean, technically, the ghost devil does actually have very similar flowers as well to an extent. So we might actually find out more about Himeno down here as well. That's the other thing, because we don't. This could infer. This could Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out what the whole I think if I remember correctly, those aren't those just weeds. Look, I know the plant. I think it's just weeds, but I thought what was this? Because there was a severed hand. There's ants and there's flowers around it. 9 out of 10 times the ants do in theory mean something. I can't remember what it does in theory mean unless it. I think so. I think they might be. No, I don't think they're dandelions. They're the other ones. You know, the ones that are yellow. But they grow out of the ground normally around this time of the year. Are they dandelions? I can't remember. Because if I remember correctly, ants follow the leader basically. That's what the whole entire thing is, and it's always that idea that there's never any like what's the word? There's never any break in what they do. They just follow and follow and follow and follow. So, unless it's actually trying to say something about overall the manga as well, because we have the idea that Denji literally just follows Makima to anywhere, because there's always this end goal in there. May it be superficial or true, he will blindly follow her. And the same thing applies with the same thing. I'm actually 23. The same thing applies with Tolka as well. Tolka blindly followed blindly followed her to the end and actually died in the process. So I actually have no idea whether or not that's to actually signify the idea of basically blindly following someone. That could make sense then. I don't know. It's a hard thing to kind of theorize, because it can mean a bunch of things. I have no idea what it could in theory mean, but it's one of those things of the ants mean something. The severed hand means something as well. The severed arm in this context, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. And then it goes into hell, and hell looks like really a scenic place. Unless they're trying to what's the word? Use the idea of hell to be something more peaceful than the living as well. That could in theory also be the other thing. I don't know. Because it does also make sense that hell looks like this, actually juxtaposed with how hellish the real world is. So possibly we don't know that people might find peace here and actually stay there as well. That's the other thing we don't know, because it's one of those things of what this will actually in theory entail for the rest of the whole entire manga. Because anyone can die here. Like anyone can in theory be offed. Maybe it could not like Monsters Inc. Actually, they could go in different like dimensions as well. I don't know. I don't know if you have what was I can't actually remember the chapters with Denji's door on it, but it might actually be somewhere inside the actual panel. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones that now even more so than ever we have to wait and see what happens, because I cannot predict this whole entire manga at this point. I didn't think they're going to go to hell, but now here we are. They're in hell, and it looks godly like the normal world. And also, anyone can in theory be off, because I don't know whether or not Aki might die in this arc as well, because again, it's one of those things that we don't know. Is Denji okay? Is he dead still? That's the other thing to note. Denji's still on the floor, dead as well. So it's anyone's game if he's actually alive or dead. Is he dead? Like DEAD? Is he gone? Is he out of commission for the rest of the whole entire manga? If it actually is, then we have a very interesting kind of idea going on here, because he might in theory sell his. Oh, then I guess shit. I was gonna say I thought maybe he might in theory have survived, like by some miraculous fluke. Yeah, Denji's not in the panel. He's not there. He's not around there, essentially. So he might actually be dead. As Makima comes to save the day again. But then again, why would Makima come in at this very one point in the whole entire manga? Again, her inclusion to this whole entire thing is starting to become a bit more suspicious. So say Makima comes in and swoops in like, "Oh, Denji, you're goddamn dead. Here, let me save you." And he's all like, "Thanks, Makima." You'd be like, "What the fuck is Makima doing here at this very one point in the whole entire arc? Why weren't you here beforehand?" So all the things now lead to her being more suspicious. So then you actually kind of wonder, is there something more going on there? So she can't do anything, because if she does, she then kind of makes herself look a bit more sus. Yeah, where is she? She kind of just said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're leaving," and then that's about it. Mm-hmm. Good point. Who is the Gun Devil? We don't even know. We have zero. We're following a manga that literally nothing we know is actually true. Like everything we've actually kind of been following this whole entire point hasn't actually been, I guess, contextualized. Because the Gun Devil's only ever been said in passing, like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he's around somewhere, might come at any point, we don't know." Has done this seismic destruction beforehand, might happen again, who knows? And then that's about it. That's all we know about him. Other than that, it's like, who is this boy? Who are we fighting? We fight individual devils, but at the same time, it's just one of those things of like, yeah, but. What's the end goal here? Let's actually meet the Gun Devil now at this point. Who knows? Aki might die from actually being a bit overwhelmed by emotion, which is kind of key to his character, because he's actually kind of the shonen protagonist in a way. So that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good point. Why has no one ever kind of thought to themselves, well, shit, if you have a contract with the devil, then, well, with the devil himself, then, you know, that's pretty bad, boys. That's pretty awful. I don't know. It's a massive oversight, if that's the case. Why has no one else got that? Why has no one in power ever got that? Like, in essence, like, I don't know, the Makima's team got the devil himself. With the Hell Devil, I guess, in this context, which is technically the devil himself. To actually be in contact with him, in contract with them. That seems awfully sus, and also very kind of key to what might be going on here. That could also be true, because I was thinking what was going to happen with the Angel Devil in this whole entire thing now, because Angel Devil's got kind of the most interesting interesting character here because he is literally both in a way. So it might actually be an interesting thing to actually see what does in theory happen here, whether or not actually will become a Lucifer insert. I don't know, but that's actually kind of interesting. Who knows what could happen? I don't want to know. I'm scared. Even more so than Rezo's arc. And Rezo's arc kind of just introduced rando things every 5 seconds that we didn't know beforehand. But now we're like, oh shit. Now we're in hell. Now everyone can possibly die. Where's Denji? Is he dead? Where's Makima? Is she evil? Who is the master? I hope Kabeni lives as well. Kabeni deserves the world. She deserves the character poll to be. She deserves to win the character poll as well, just because Kabeni lost her car, and now she's in hell. Like, she can't die as well. That's just, and she almost died twice because it was that one part where we all thought she was dead. I guess she almost died again after that whole entire point, and then we have the whole entire thing now. But yeah. Well, that is that. Oh my! Is Twitch gonna come back? Twitch, come back to me! Don't die on me yet. I need you. Well, there we are. Well, we'll leave 63 there for today. I have to wait until when's the next chapter coming out? When Viz, where are you? Is it Friday or Sunday again? I know sometimes it changes. Where are we? Where is it? Oh, it's Sunday again. Yeah, I guess we're in hell now. I guess in this context, both metaphorically and also physically, I guess. So yeah, I mean, that'll do it for today. We have to wait and see what does in theory happen with this whole entire thing. Whether or not everyone dies, whether or not everyone survives, whether or not no one survives, whether or not everyone dies. Whether or not Denji will come in, just sweep him from heaven, be like, yo bro, how's it going? I'm alive. And it'll be like, whoa. But yeah, that'll do it for today. So with all that said, I have indeed been a driver. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed there's something quite a bit. Yeah, that would be interesting. Imagine it's actually just to follow up the whole entire series and everyone just dies, like out off the cuff. Everyone just goes. Everyone literally just vanishes and dies, and then Makima's like, what the fuck happened here? And then it's just like, oh, everyone just died, and then that ends. Denji's dead, Aki's dead, the whole entire team's basically dead, Twenty's actually dead as well. Makima's just like, well, okay, I guess we're done here. Let's go home. That's the end. That's Chainsaw Man over. That would be an interesting ending. I love that. That actually was the case. Let's hope. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the whole entire stream as a whole on, that would be an interesting twist. Agni's hanging out in hell. Just like, what's up? I'm Agni. I was like, oh my god! Just hanging out over there, just like, by the way, yeah, I got here somehow. It's like, we all know how you got here, Agni. We all know. If you have enjoyed the whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a like on YouTube. If you have enjoyed the whole entire stream and doing free, leave a sub on YouTube, because indeed both do help me quite a lot. If you have enjoyed the whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, follow me on Twitter or join Discord as well. Both will tell you when each streams are live, any streams I do as well. But until next time, we'll chapter 64 of Chainsaw Man. See you guys later. Bye for now.